Okay, anyways. Okay, so today I'll be doing a butt acne update. Yeah. I'll link the first butt acne video I did in the info box below, so check it out if you are freaking confused with what I'm talking about. So, yeah. So first, I'm going to be talking about my experience so far with Bianca and Docycycline. So this is Bianca. It's really awkward because I do know someone with the name Bianca, and it's weird to use this and be like, I'm smearing Bianca on my ass. Okay, so I stopped using Bianca after the first 3 weeks because, okay, basically what it does is it peels your skin off. And I mean, at first, it was cool, you know, I was like rolling my dead skin off and that was cool and everything. But then it started peeling off a lot of my own skin that's not dead. And it was really painful because it started exposing like a lot of like my raw skin, and yeah, and I apply this in my groin area and my butt area, so it was just really painful overall. I don't know if I'm gonna start using this again because it was really painful. I mean, like, you just had raw skin all the time, and then I just kept applying it, and you know, it was peeling the raw skin, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stop because it's freaking painful. And yeah, so I haven't applied this since like September, so yeah. Sorry, Bianca. This is Docycycline. Oh, I don't even know where to start about this freaking thing. Oh, this is Docycycline. Oh my god! So for the first 2 weeks of Docycycline, I would say was the worst. So first off, with Docycycline, I was instructed to take it twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, and I'm supposed to take it 2 hours before or 2 hours after I eat, preferably on an empty stomach. So first thing in the morning was what my dermatologist told me to do, and yeah, so that's what I did. So I took it first thing in the morning. Nothing in my tummy, nothing, and I didn't eat for like another 2-3 hours. Yeah, and then in the evening I would take it 3 hours after I had my last meal, and usually right before I go to bed, because I guess, you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed, let me pop a pill and then go to bed. So yeah, it was like that. But oh my god, my voice cracked. So Docycycline made my stomach hurt so badly. If you guys followed me on Twitter, you guys would have seen like my tweets about like how much pain I was in and everything. And okay, so the feeling is like you've been starving for like 2 days and like you haven't eaten, and like basically when you starve or you're hungry, your stomach kind of just like rubs against itself. That's why sometimes you growl, and that's why it hurts when you're hungry. So I was having that type of pain the entire day, and it was so bad, and I just couldn't handle it. And at one point I was like kind of like thinking about maybe I don't want a clear butt, you know, I don't want to go through this, but I went through with it anyways. Like, I would wake up at like 4 a.m. and I'd be like, what the fuck, because my stomach was hurting so much. And then I would try to eat a little bit because at first I honestly thought I was hungry or something. So I would eat and I'm like, oh, maybe this will trick my brain into thinking, you know, I've eaten something, stop rubbing against yourself, and, you know, let me go back to bed. So that would, you know, ease the pain for like a few hours, but then the pain would come back, and it's like, oh, yeah. So during like the first 2 weeks, I started eating a lot more, which I didn't like because I eating that much is really painful. So it was like pain on pain, and like the whole thing was just not worth it. And the thing with during this period, this like the first 2 weeks when I was on this pill popping schedule, my shit was so weird. So I felt constipated, and anyone who knows me in real life, or if you follow me on Twitter or my social media, you know, okay, I talk about my shit a lot, but like I poo faster than I pee, and it's never painful. I like rarely am constipated or anything. So the first 2 weeks I was so constipated, like I felt constipated, right? But then whatever was coming out of like my ass was like sandy and like wet, and like it didn't look like something I should be constipated for. Like if it was some hard ass shit, okay fine, I'll accept it, that's normal. But it was like the most lumpy, like sandy, wet shit ever. Like that, like if I just sat there, that should have just like came out of my butt, and I shouldn't have ever needed to push at all. It was just so weird. And like this whole first 2 weeks, I just felt so blah, you know? I was like hungry, but then I was constipated, but then like it was just like sandy shit leaking into my ass, and I'm like so obviously I wanted to have a clear butt, and because I paid for the medication in my own pocket, I was like, you know what, I have to go through with this. So I changed up like the pill popping schedule. So instead of having it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, I took it 2-3 hours after my first meal of the day. And for the evening pill, I just kept it at like after a couple hours after my last meal, or right before I go to bed, because it seemed like that was working. I felt like the main issue was probably because I was taking it so early in the morning on an empty stomach, and I felt like the pain was coming from that first pill. And guess what, I was right. After I changed up the pill popping schedule, it really did, you know, eliminate the pain. I didn't have any more of the like starving pain that I was having on the first 2 weeks. And then my poop was also not sandy anymore. I was just pooping regularly. I was so happy that I was able to just poop like I usually do. Like I just sit there, go a little and then like everything's out, and then wipe, and you know, good. Like I was so happy. And yeah, but the flaw with this schedule is also that I will forget, and I have forgotten maybe to take Docycycline for like up to a week. Okay, my schedule is just kind of crazy, and then because the schedule, like I can't have a specific time where I eat, so I can't have a specific time on when I take my medication, because it really revolves around when I eat, right? So because of that, I did miss some time, or like I did miss a lot of like a lot of days. So I had 100 pills in here, and I was supposed to take it twice a day. So basically it would have been like a month and a half, right? Something like that. So it's November. I was prescribed this in September, and I still have like a third of the bottle left. So yeah, I was really bad with being on time, or just taking the medication in general. It's really bad. Like I would typically just remember to take it at night and not really in the daytime. So yeah, but so despite not taking everything on time and keeping up with, you know, taking the medication in general every day, the progress of my butt is pretty great so far. So if you didn't watch my first video where I was pretty much describing what kind of like butt acne I had, basically I had like 3 stages of butt knee. So the first one, when it's first like pre-butt knee, is like this hard bump, like it's probably like, yeah, it's like a knuckle like this, maybe more round. But it was like as hard as a knuckle, like a marble, and it was just on my butt, and I had like quite a few of them, and that was really painful. And then the next stage, during the butt acne stage, it would be like basically whatever I had on my face, like the acne conglobata. If you guys don't know, this is what I used to look like. And basically it was like, it was firm, not as hard as like the first stage knuckly hardness, but it was firm, but it was a little bit squishy, but it was very red, and it just looked so horrible, and it was so gross. And then I guess after the healing stage, it would just, or like during the healing stage, so it's like post butt knee, it would just be kind of like black, dark, like flattened on my butt. So it's like a really, maybe like this big of like a birthmark type of thing. And basically that's what I have all over my butt now. So I don't have any of the hard stuff or the red firm stuff on my butt now. It's basically just black freckle dot things on my butt, and I'm really happy about that, because you know, when I touch my butt, it's like smooth. I mean, it's not, it doesn't look clear, but like I touch it and it's smooth, and I'm really happy about that so far. So yeah, hopefully by the time I finish this bottle of Docycycline, that, you know, I will have a nice clear butt. I'll never get butt knee again. And yeah, I guess now I should be thinking about how to get rid of the buck knee. butt knee scars. I don't know if like that's what the Bianca was for. Maybe I'll start applying it. Yeah, maybe I'll just start reapplying it again, see if it helps with like the scarring. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Me talking about like my butt knee and everything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and yeah, bye.